Hello all and welcome back to my channel. I'm Oluwaseyi Salako. It's nice to have you back. If you're new, please press the subscribe button. In today's tutorial, we're going to be stitching out in the hoop, a bib in the hoop, and it's only one hooping. It's a very simple project, especially for beginners. This is an ideal gift for baby showers, christening, or just to give to new parents. It's a very useful gift and they're gonna love it. You can decide to put a monogram like I did here or leave it plain. Pair this up, make 3 or 4 of them as a gift, or pair it up with a bob cloth. But I'm not going to be showing how to make this bob cloth today. I'm only going to be showing you how to make the bib in the hoop. If you like to know how to make this in the hoop, please stay tuned to the end. Let's get into the tutorial after the intro. For this project, we would need either cotton, minky, or terry towel, or whatever material you like to work with. I'm going to be using a terry towel for one side and a 100% cotton with this lovely pattern on the other side. We would also need snaps. For this baby bib, I will be using a plastic snap, which I got from Amazon as a pack. I have chosen this yellow to match my bib. We would also be using a tearaway stabilizer and also a water-soluble stabilizer for when we add the monogram to the bib. The first step is to hoop the tearaway stabilizer and tighten the hoop. Then we let the machine stitch the emplacement stitch on the stabilizer. Once the placement stitch is done, we want to place the material we chose on it. We either pre-cut it or leave it as it is. I am going to leave mine and cut it later as I am using scraps from my other project. I will be placing my terry towel as this is what I want for this stage. This stage is really important because if we want to add any design or monogram to her bib, it goes on this material. We will be placing the material right side facing up, as this side will be the right side on our baby bib. When this stage is done, they need to go and give us a placement stitch for the snaps. We're not putting the snaps now, but it's going to show us where to put the snaps by leaving a placement stitch there. After that, now it's time for us to put in our design or our monogram. You would want to put in a water-soluble stabilizer in order for your design not to sink into the terry towel if you're using one like me. But if not, all you just need to do is let it stitch out your design on the outer of the bib. And the final stage is placing the second material face down, not facing up this time, and then stitch. This is the final stage of our in the hoop baby bib. As we can see, this is a very easy project, which all done completely in the hoop. I would advise that you iron your material so you don't have to be stretching it out like I'm doing with my hand, because it's not laying that flat. We want our material to lay flat when we are stitching out this design. This design I got from Etsy, and it's a very easy and good design, stitched out well. And if you want to get this design, I'll leave a link below so you can get your own design and practice making baby bibs. All we need to do now is unhook the baby bib and trim brown, leaving a 1.5 inch space around the opening for when we want to stitch the opening. The opening gives us space or enable us reach inside the bib so we can turn it inside out. Then we close the opening with a straight stitch, or we can hand stitch to close the opening. We now want to clean it up by removing both the tearaway stabilizer and the water soluble stabilizer. Let's be careful in ripping this, not to rip too much and rip the project apart. Then we turn it inside out. We can use a chopstick to help us get to the corners and the edges of the baby bib. This helps us make it lay flat. We want it to lay flat because the next stage depends on our preference. This stage depends on your preference. I like to top stitch my bib, as this gives me a chance to close my project with sewing and also enable me add my own tags. But this stage is not necessary. You can do without this stage. As long as your bib is laying flat, you can iron it flat and you do not need to top stitch. But I like to do this because I would like to sew the opening close and not hand sew it. But you can hand sew your own. You don't have to use the machine. You don't have to use the sewing machine. I'm using the sewing machine because I add my tags to all my projects. All we need to do now is to add the snaps to the baby bib, and then we'll be done. There's placement stitch left while we were in the hoop. Those are the placement stitches, and that is where we want to pierce in so we can add our snaps. Let's pierce it in so we can put in our snaps. And now that we have our snaps in, we're all done and our baby bib is ready. We can do 2 or 3 of these or even more to present as a gift. These are nice gifts and will be appreciated. If you like to learn how I made my tags, I'll do a tutorial sometime to show you how. This is done through sublimation, and I'll be glad to share it with you. That's all done. Our bib is ready. Now we have the 2 bibs and it can be presented this way, or you do more. It's so easy to make. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. I'm really grateful to have you. If you like more of videos like this, could you please like, share and subscribe? Thank you.